Alright, for all those who want to follow along, that's the page that I'll be using. ETA is October 3rd. That's today. Got 2 new legend dives for Yang and Sid. Oh, thank goodness. Yang's is increased monk damage by 15% and 35% chance to dual cast monk abilities. It's a good dive. Sid's is also a good dive. I like the LM2s that provide Imperial Lightning 10%. Problem with that is that, I mean, does Sid do anything good? Ever? So no, for this event, all he gets is a return for his BSB, right? He does get a USB eventually. I believe the first banner of next festival or next event. Attack and magic minus 70% for 8 seconds. Grant quick cast and Old Man's Hammer follow up to the user. Well, at least it seems like it's a quick cycle for Machinist. Oh, it's not even a quick cycle. It just grants quick cast. What's the follow up? Just 4 lightning attacks. I don't really care for it. But it's probably good enough. Whatever. He doesn't even get that till the next festival, and it's not like I'm really reviewing anything you need to make a decision on right now. No one's chomping at the bit to legend dive Sid. So those are both good legend dives. The value of the characters is sort of debatable. Alright, banner 1, we've got Kane's ASB, obviously really good, plus Lightning Spear on one of the best lightning characters in the game, sure. Golbez Chain. It's a Generation 2 chain, but I mean, I'm going to say the same thing as for here as I said about Banner 4 the festival. We don't need it. You don't need it. It's not good in the Torment. There's no 5-star Holy Magicite for a very long time. So you only need this if you're unable to kill Siren. And there's probably better places to look. So what you would want to do is only look at this banner if you need to kill Siren, if you also need to kill, if you have the stuff to make a team out of Yang, you need a healing soul break in Final Fantasy IV, and you have Kane's probably USB 1. You would have to fulfill a lot of conditions for this to be good. Never mind, if the banner's any good. And I'll get to that at the end. Yang's USB, 10 single target, physical, earth, non-elemental, and earth frying pan, and decisive kick finisher. Frying pan is gain a frying pan charge after using a monk ability up to 3 charges. So, he gains critical hit chance. 30, 50, 75%, and cast speed 2, 2.5, and 3. Based on frying pan charges. That's a really good status. Let's assume for a second that dual casts don't affect your frying pan charge. I don't think they do. That's still really good. It's easy to get 3 fast attacks off during a USB status, and then ride a 75% crit chance and a 3 times cast speed until the end of the status. That's really good. And on top of that, he also has a finisher attached. I really, really like this USB. Porum's USB is a last stand, instant last stand. It's actually good and worth something in the Final Fantasy IV tournament. So, pretty good. So that ends the 6-star section. And for those who've been paying attention, our previous event, the Final Fantasy VIII event, had 5 6-stars. This one only has 4. Making this very, very difficult to even think about pulling on. Because, yeah, all 4 of these are actually pretty good. But there's some issues in that Rose's USB is probably more desirable than this. I don't have any issues with Yang's USB. Golbez's chain is something that I don't really care about right now. Kane's Arcane is something that I would want his USB 1 for. Or his USB 2 is fine too. Like, you just need a reason to use Kane. That's all. So his chain works as well. This is pretty easy to make work good. And we have a Magicite coming up where you'll double dip. This is going to be good in Torment and the Water Magicite this month. So really, because it's only a 4 6-star banner, you've got to be unable to kill Siren. If you're unable to kill Siren, this banner becomes activated. Not like good, but you should at least take a look at it. If you don't need to kill Siren, I wouldn't even bother looking at this banner. Golbez, Bursal Break 2, Dark Radiant Shields, obviously really good. Basically just Vincent. Golbez is very similar to Vincent, because Golbez actually has Night 5. No, he has Darkness, and Darkness is both a magical and a physical. Ability pool. So instead of like other situations with like Galoof, who's good with his chain even on a magical team because he has White Magic 4, so he can provide utility to the team. Golbez can actually just switch sides. You can say, okay, my chain is a physical chain now. Okay, sure, you lose 50% magic, but it's still good because Golbez can be like, okay, well, now I'm using darkness abilities. Physical darkness abilities and not magical darkness abilities. So yeah, Golbez's stuff is good. It's just not the time in the game that we're looking for stuff like this. Because the chain is so not great in the tournament. Everything else, Yang BSB is fine. This is just Bursal Break poop. This actually might be decent. Ready a BSB 2 for the Fire Magicite. That won't be this month, but the month after. Kane starting Battle with Lightning is really good for a lot of different setups with Kane, especially his chain. Yang's LMR, Monk abilities deal 25% more damage with a fist weapon equipped. He's probably most certainly going to have a fist weapon equipped unless... Yeah. The only Earth Dagger I can think of would be Thancred's USB, and then we're not getting that for a while. And as we saw above, that Yang's LM1 is monk damage by 15%. I'll take 10% more damage, sure. Sid 4, Last Stand, Hailstorm with when HP falls below 20%. Well, that... that's a lemon. It's not even a trance, which refills your health. You just... This just activates. And then next turn, you most certainly probably just trigger the Last Stand, and that's it. No, not Hailstorm the ability Hailstorm. Hailstorm the status. Golbez LMR, Star Ballot, then Dark. Porum LMR is when using single target white attacks, have a chance to give someone quick cast. All of these LMRs are pretty decent. All in all, the banner, if this banner was a month and a half ago, this would be a good banner. But we're in a different era now, and 4 6 stars is kind of... It's unacceptable. Banner 2 has no new stuff on it, so I'm going to have to do this one from memory. Dark Cecil Arcane is pretty easy. 3 single target Dark Physical. Edward USB is excellent. And here's something the first banner doesn't really have going for it, is a theme. Golbez, while he can contribute physical dark damage to a dark damage team, you're not going to use him as a physical character in the Torment. So this is a totally Magicite draw. A Magicite that we don't... isn't even on anyone's radars right now, or at least it shouldn't be. Well, everything else is... This is dual purpose, this is dual purpose, and this is Torment. It's just kind of weird, I guess. And the healing is nice, and the 2 damagers is nice. But down here, I see Dark Cecil Arcane, which can be used in the Torment, and the other 3 are on theme, are all on a Torment theme. And not just a Torment theme, but the Palom theme as well, as one of the best mages in the entire game. So Palom USB is a Magicite draw as well as one of the best Torment draws you can make. And you have Edward USB supplying the best Torment support for Palom's USB, and an excellent Wind Chase USB, and there aren't many Wind Mages in the game, so it's going to be good when that Magicite comes out. But the key here is that all 4 of these are good for Torment. Well, on the first banner, that is not the case. But at least there's somewhat of a theme going here with Edward, Palom, and Barbarecia. If you pulled all 3 of those USBs, you would be well on your way to a powerful, probably, you'd have the damage for a sub 30 clear in the Torment. But again, that dark stuff, and this is, it's really a hindrance here, is the dark stuff just isn't that useful. But at least Dark Cecil's stuff can be useful in the Torment. And I don't think he really needs buffs, especially if you have this sword. He's probably got like a 700 attack base. Dark Cecil probably doesn't need buffs, so he could contribute to a mage team. Whatever. No, there's no Medica, but if you already have a Medica, then this banner becomes better. You would definitely need the Medica. Thanks, Hugh. Dark Cecil's Glint. I did forget what that did. It just gives him Stone Skin, right? And Darkness rank boost. Maybe worth the 250 soul break points in Torment, where the rank boost would actually be useful, because it's pretty hard to cap in Torment. Well, anyway. Edward BSB. Isn't bad. It's a 50% attack in Peril. Palom BSB is actually really good with his LMR. It doesn't give an element itself, but it allows you to just become Sid Reigns for three elements, but primarily one. Because he doesn't really do that much damage unless he's got his End Lightning LMR. So it really is just a Lightning BSB. Barbarisha BSB is, Edge BSB is, man. Dark Cecil LMR 2 is Start Battle with Undark, right? Because his first one is the trance mode, right? Yes. Barbarisha LMR, Start Battle with an Wind, and Edge LMR, chance to generate a physical blink stack when using a ninja ability. I think this banner is better than the first banner, but I would want good healing in the realm. I would want Rose's USB in order to even think about pulling on this banner. Alright, well, one second. I'm going to go over the what I wrote down here, and then I'm going to go and take a look at the next Final Fantasy IV banner, because that is quite a bit better than this one. It actually jumps because this is already into the 5-6-star territory. The next event actually jumps to 6 stars. So you'll want to take a look at those banners. They'll probably remove any idea that you would pull on these banners. So the text analysis here was the strengths of this realm are split and inconsistent here. And for a Torment release event, it's reasonable to hope that more than this for putting together strong parties. This on top of the fact that the banner format, as of the last event, the Final Fantasy VIII event, has already shifted to 5-6-star relics at the top of banners, while this one remains stuck in the past at 4. Banner 1 provides Realm Healing, but pairs it with a Chain for Golbez as well as his Dark Radiant Shield, which are both strengths in Magicite but not Torment. Elemental Radiant Shields Radiant Shield at all does not contribute to a Realm Chain. And that's why it's not Torment. Banner 2 actually has something resembling a theme, with Edward USB, Palom USB, and Barbarisha USB being formidable for the creation of a mage team. But unfortunately, the format does the banner no favors, as Dark Cecil ASB doesn't serve much of a purpose if your magical team is your aim, and with the next Holy Magicite 6 months away, there's no pressing need for it there either. The current banner format makes this a weakened banner versus the other realm banners of the era by default. Who are these banners for? Final Fantasy IV fans and those who can somehow make all 4 6-star work for them. So that's kind of leading into what I said about the first banner, is that in order to make Golbez Chain work for you right now, you would need to still be looking for a clear on Siren. And since that's what it would take to match other banners in the era where you can like 4 but not really care for 1. So like a 5-6-star banner, it's rare for you to actually like all 5 relics on the banner. Usually one of them is just, well, a 4-6-star banner can match that banner as long as you like all 4 of the 6 stars. The handicap format, mixed themes, and the dark element presence makes these banners a tough sell for almost any account. And I'm going to further go into that right now by showing you the next Final Fantasy IV event. Which I have ETA'd for January. So after the next festival. Just because this is close to the 4th anniversary doesn't mean it's not worth looking at, because this is more for people who are thinking of pulling on the current banner. And Mithril then is the same Mithril that you would use on this banner. Well, doesn't matter how close you are to 4th Anniversary. And 4th Anniversary, from what I saw, wasn't particularly strong for Final Fantasy IV, other than Kane's Awakening, which is insanely strong, but it's only one relic. Exactly, Lacrima. Lars's USB made the first banner of the festival kind of weird, but I really loved all 4 of the other 6 stars on the banner. So that would have been what it would take to make a 4 6-star banner match up. So this is the other event. You see here we have 6 6-stars. Ursula's Arcane, Yang's Arcane, Ursula's Ultra. Ursula becomes a better monk than Yang because she's dual elemental, which is kind of nice. Unfortunately, the other element is fire, so you're probably not totally in the need for that. But that's one of the many ways that fire becomes, you know, what it is, because somehow you should be able to put together a full team by the time that the Ice Magicite comes around. Sid's USB, we went over this a little bit when we were talking about his Legend Dive. Tella's Ultra, which is good if I remember. It's Party High Quick Cast 2. Jeez. And Self and Earth and Dire Meteor Mode, which I believe is a Black Magic ability double. But at the end of the 15-second status, he automatically kills himself. Of course he does. Great, Tella. So you'll need to find something else to do for the first 15 seconds of the fight, if you're playing a 30-second fight. If it's more than a 30-second fight, then... whew. But I hope you have re-race. Cecil's Brave Mode Ultra. It's kind of a mess, honestly. No, it's not. It's all damage, though. And here's my issue with it. It's all damage. And then one mage, who may or may not be good. I'm sure he's insane for those 15 seconds. It is actually awesome, but not a lot of people are looking to make something like that work. Silence can stop it. That's kind of interesting. I think that sounds like more trouble than it's worth, but so this isn't the banner I want to take a look at in this event. It doesn't sound bad, but it's the second banner with it basically combines every good thing about the banners that we were looking at for the event that's coming for us later today, with Kane's Arcane, Rydia's Ultra 2, which is a really good Water Mage Ultra. Dark Cecil's Arcane is here as well as his Ultra. Palom's Ultra is here. Rose's Ultra is here, so it solves the healing problem. So it's mixed, but that's fine. What we're missing here is support. No, we're not. Tella's BSB is really good. That would work really well with Palom and Rydia, and neither Kane nor Cecil need any sort of buffs. Kane's dive takes care of buffs. He gets he gets 50% attack from his LM2. Yeah, I don't know why they keep throwing this on banners. So this is a dud, but the burst section on the banners usually is. Yeah, I remember Yusai. I'll be playing Persona 5 again soon. This is just a very very busy Final Fantasy record keeper time of the year. I've got 4 of these to take care of every year. Cane and Lightning, Rydia and Water, Dark Cecil, both of Dark Cecil's LMRs, and Palam's LMR. This banner is gold, except for Sid's BSB. So if you're looking for Final Fantasy IV Torment help, I think this is the gold standard. But it is worth thinking about 4th anniversary as well. Once we get here, I'll talk about that. Because Rose's USB 2 appears on 4th anniversary, and it is good. But Rose's USB is still really good because, well, it depends if you have the arcanes. Calcabrina has 2 instances over the course of the fight where she paralyzes slots 2, 3, and 4, which can be blocked with a magic blink or a physical blink. But Rose's USB 2 can't stop that. So the only way you would be able to get around that would be using Unicorn to stop one of them, and then using Arcanes to skip the phase where it happens a second time. Or you could just have Edge in your party and physical blink it. Anyway, this event should erase this one that's coming today. What's everyone think? We're at the end.